About what I said last week, the Halloween memory boxes. Now, memory boxes, as you guys know, are one of my favorite products because we have 6 products, but memory boxes are the only ones that are storage only. So you have 20 gigabytes to mess around with, which is more than enough space. Now, every single week we go over a product and ways that you can use it. This one, of course, we're talking about the memory box, which is available on Amazon Prime right now and great for Halloween. So great for events. I'm gonna bring, some unboxing. I have a bit of a prop for you guys today so you can see what exactly to put in the memory boxes, some examples for yourself. But we're talking about this product, and it is 150 years of preservation. For you guys that are new here, Not Forgotten is a library as well as being a business. So all of the materials that you guys choose to put into your memory boxes are actually going to be saved, preserved and archived for up to 150 years, which is 5 generations of your family. So think of this as the ultimate safe space to save your favorite photos, videos, voicemails, anything digital, all of the miscellaneous digital files that you've never known what to do with before. Put them in a memory box. That's what these are here for. And they're quite incredible when you look into what exactly they do for your files. So I'm gonna open up my computer because I want to share my screen a little bit. But with these memory boxes, as you guys know, all of our technology is built, it's very unique, and it's built in the United States. It's meant to last a very long time, so that is why we can guarantee 150 years of preservation. Now, the memory box, our other products, we have 5 other ones, and a lot of them center on a 30-minute video. Now, the video is, an experience within itself, and it's 30 minutes of whatever you want to do. So in all of my other videos, I say, it doesn't just have to be you sitting down the camera talking about your life. It could be house tours. It can be interviewing friends and family. It can be really anything. Just fill those 30 minutes with whatever is meaningful to you. But all of our other products center on that 30-minute video. This is the only one that does not. So the memory box is my favorite because it is so, flexible, and you have so much freedom to be creative and to include anything that you want to include. Now, 20 gigabytes is how much this memory box stores. I get a lot of questions about the memory box. Can I add to it once I create it? Add to it, fill it up, and then you can't add to it anymore, right? If you want more space, you can buy another memory box. It is $449. It's preserved for 150 years, and it's not subscription based. So once you buy it, that's it. We will hold on to it, and it's safe and secure in our library. A lot of people buy these as gifts for other people because they're very, very personalized. They're unique, and they're very thoughtful. I think when you give someone a memory box or a time capsule, it shows that you care about them. You think they should be remembered, preserved, and archived in a library so that descendants can learn from them. 150 years is actually 5 generations of your family. So if you guys are looking for, a wonderful way to save your family memories, your memories with your friends, your loved ones, and be able to actually access them to look back at them, this is a great thing for that. Now, memory boxes truly capture these stories that are worth sharing forever. And there are a ton of different features that you have with this memory box. So I'll tell you the basics of a time capsule, because a lot of people are like, okay, so why do I do a Not Forgotten time capsule? Well, there's a lot of different reasons for that. One, all of our time capsules, they never get lost. That is huge. Back in the beginning stages, when time capsules were a thing, people would go outside, they would bury them in the backyard, and they would kind of wish for the best. They would set the opening date, and they would come out, realize that they were either stolen, forgotten about, or completely lost. They didn't know where they had buried them. Now, digital time capsules are much easier to keep track of. Physical time capsules, 80 to 90% of them had disappeared. So this is a much easier way to track them, to catalog them, and be able to access them whenever you want to. Now, we do this in a variety of different ways at Not Forgotten. Each time capsule is actually linked to your family's history using GEDCOM, which is a genealogical data communications link. Jargon aside, it makes it very, very easy for your friends, your family, your loved ones to find your time capsule after you've created it. They don't have to do a lot of digging. It's linked to all of your records. Our premium time capsules, like the time capsule I'm telling you about right now, the memory box, it's actually cataloged on the WorldCat, which is the world's largest library database, and as well as we are the technology behind the International Time Capsule Society, so it's on that registry, it's on the map, and it's on the blockchain for an optional, you can put it on the blockchain if you want to, and it is an additional cost, but it's optional. We have a smart contract with Ethereum, so that is a very secure way to save your data. Secondly, we cover all time capsules against data rot and technology obsolescence, and we do this using a cast iron combination of preservation policy and data storage in climate-controlled vaults in the United States. So save your videos with us, save your photos with us, and they will never rot away, and it doesn't matter what they're saved on, they'll be easy to access. So for example, data rot, it's huge, it's plaguing our lives, because now that we have the iPhone and we have the smartphone and we are taking photos and videos of everything, and technology is quite literally at our fingertips, we're accumulating a lot of data. Now, people think that if they save their data in hard drives and USBs, they label them, they put them away, and everything's organized, or maybe they put them in the iCloud, they pay for additional storage. When your files are 10 years or older, they become highly susceptible to data rot. Just a red flag, it means that your data is rotting away, and it's similar to a physical photo getting brown, the edges are curling up. You hold something and you know that it's aged. You can tell if it's old. Digital media also ages, even though we can't actually hold it in our hands. But when you open up a video that's very old, that's 10 years or older, and it's been subjected to data rot, you can open it up and it has a file corrupt notification. That means that it's been infected by data rot. You can't really see the video. If you are lucky enough to the point where you can open it up and you don't get the spinning wheel of death, you actually see the video, you'll notice that the quality is low. It's very degraded from what it once was. It's glitchy, the sound's not working very well, and the pixels, it's pixelated. That just means that it's eroding from data rot. It is a huge issue and it's inevitable. So all of our time capsules are protected from that aging with our technology, so you never have to worry about storing your files any other way. Once they're in the library, they're safe, they're secure, and they are in high quality. Memory boxes last for 150 years, so 50 years down the line, if you're showing your memory box to someone, it's going to be as fresh as the day that you put it together. The files are going to be there, the photos are going to be there, whatever you need to look at will be there. Technology obsolescence is just it's like format rot, which is just, back in the day, CD players were probably so high tech, and now we use things like Spotify and SoundCloud and we stream. So it's just the evolution of the way in which we view the media. So, VHS tapes, DVD players, things like that. It doesn't matter what happens. We have future-proof technology. So in the future, we will have the highest, most compatible technology to whatever we're using in the current day and age. We follow the U.S. Library of Congress and the U.S. National Archives and Records Administration standards, very high archiving standards on the market. And then lastly, we have a trust fund, and our trust fund is called the Digital Preservation Trust. They're there so that all of the files that you guys give us, we ensure the survival of them, and we make sure that Not Forgotten Time Capsules are safeguarded by this trust. Reuters actually covered us, and they said that Not Forgotten strives for immortality. Of course, as we know, it's the same exact wish that we all have for our family stories, our memories, things that matter to us. And when we are talking about Halloween, the memory box is definitely ideal for that, for a variety of different reasons, which I'll hop into. But when you do create it, it's a premium time capsule. That's why it's $449, and there's 5 ways that it is mapped with us to ensure that it's never lost. Number 1, like I said before, we do a permanent genealogy record. It's created, it's attached to your time capsule. You'll be able to find your time capsule. Number 2, it's mapped on the International Time Capsule Registry. Number 3, you receive a basic library card. Number 4, you receive a personalized library record. And number 5, you're cataloged in the WorldCat, which is the world's largest library database. Now, because we're a library, you'll get a library record, which I can show you in a little bit. But that's really that. And the memory box is 20 gigabytes. So you can really put whatever you want into it. Now, every single family has a keepsake box of mementos, of treasures, of little random miscellaneous things that they've collected over the years. So think about digitizing that and saving it in our library to make it very easy to look at and to enjoy down the road. So I'm going to show you guys a quick product video. If you just joined, we're talking about the memory box today, and then we'll hop into some unboxing, and also what I recommend to put into your memory box. All right, great. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently this time. I could sit here and tell you everything about these products, but I think showing you what I think should be in the memory box is a good way to do it. Now, I brought you guys a prop, which is actually not quite a prop at all, but my mom was showing me things about Halloween, because we were talking about Halloween. I was saying, I don't have a costume. As you can see, I'm not feeling too well, but I still want to, go out and do things this Halloween. But I wanted to think about costume ideas, and I wanted to look back at some old photos to see what I could wear to, my friend's house and do Halloween. And she took out this little book, which I had no idea that it even existed. And she showed me exactly why we have not forgotten and why memory boxes are so important. So obviously before the iPhone came out, people were a little bit more selective with, I guess, the photos that they took, if that makes sense. Like now that we have the iPhone, we could take photos of anything and everything. And we took less photos back then because it wasn't as easy to take them. So I recommend for you guys, when you're going in to do the Halloween memory boxes, to purchase a memory box and to accumulate all of your Halloweens that you've had in one memory box, and then start another one, which is like a post-COVID world, and then your first Halloween in that one, if that makes sense. So basically, the first memory box has all of the pictures you've accumulated, and 20 gigabytes has more than enough space. So it's 20 hours of video, or 7 to 10,000 photos. So way more than enough space to put some photos in from each year, and remember some of the good memories. So that's what I recommend that you do. For example, I found this book, and this is Halloween 2004, when I lived in California, and it kind of breaks down. It's really cute. My mom decided to get this book and to narrate it. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but she she wrote things about us in this book, and one of them is we were in California, and she narrated this, and we were living there at the time, and now I have, a great book that has great photos, but it also has, some cute things that my mom added to it to make it more personalized to our family. And I'm going to scan this, I'm going to put it into a memory box, I'm going to have it forever, because I didn't even know this existed until my mom showed me. So Not Forgotten is giving us a place to access things like this. So you can have all your family memories in one, one memory box, one library, and be able to access it no matter what. So I don't have to be, right next to my mom going through this with her. If I wanted to look back at the photos, I could just pull up the memory box, which is really easy since it's cataloged in the WorldCat. Now, this is an example. I'm sure you guys have things like this at home from before our smartphone took over our entire lives. This bad boy right here, you know, it's worth it. So this is, you know, photos of my family that they put in. There was some writing over here that my mom talked about. I'll just read you the first page because I'm losing my train of thought today. The year was 2004, and the Waterman family was living in California. Palm trees, sandy beaches, blue water, and blue skies. Ideal, but not really ghoulish. Then Grandma Linda arrived for Halloween. She was a bit concerned. The day started out normal, and Andrew smiled happily. We slowly noticed a change in little Andrew. Alas, it was merely face paint for his Halloween costume. He does look a bit ghoulish. This is my little brother, and it is just like so precious. My mom just went on to talk about, you know, our Halloween in California and how we were on the beach, and, you know, it was just a successful year, all the candy that we got, all this stuff, which is cute. And then at the end it says, see you next year if you dare. So, you know, it is a great example of something that you can put into the memory box because your family, I guarantee, has a ton of photos that you've probably never even seen. You probably don't even know they've put together little books and, you know, other ways for you to look back at these. When I was talking about Halloween and got my mom to take this out, I found out that she actually made this book, this kind of book, once every single year. So we have one for New Year's. I have one for my 4th birthday. My brother has one for his birthday, for Christmas, and she made one every year. I had no idea. So in a strange turn of events, I guess we have our own library at home, but, you know, no matter what happens, they'll be safe and secure if I put them into the Not Forgotten database. If my mom just kind of holds on to these booklets and then something happens to her, or she just doesn't tell me, she doesn't communicate to me where they are and how much they mean to her, they could get lost really easily. And that's why I think a lot of family memories disappear. A lot of photos, people are like, oh, do you have that photo? And no one can find it. This is really going to prevent that, and we're also going to give you, you know, a database where you can save whatever you want to. There's no holding back with this one. There's more than enough space to do whatever you want, and then, you know, later on down the line, you're able to just look it up and show your friends and family. And like this book, again, did not know about it, was made in 2004. We're now in 2021, almost 2022, and this is the first that I'm seeing of this book. So I'm sure that you guys have, you know, things like that at home, and the memory boxes are a good way for you to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen, that you have it in one place, and then it doesn't really matter who is physically, you know, holding it, because the beauty of Not Forgotten is that you can still keep this book, you could still go through it page by page, enjoy the stickers, enjoy everything that, you know, your family put, but you don't have to lose it. You don't have to let go of it. You don't have to bury it in the dirt outside. I mean, you could just do a digital copy and save it in our library to make sure that it's there no matter what. With the way that the world's going, things are crazy. You know, there's floods, there's fires, there's, you know, it's pretty wild, and we want to make sure that we are safeguarding the cherished memories and the things that actually matter to us. Photos can get lost really easily. With data rot, things can just fall apart even on your phone when you think it's all safe and secure. So investing in something like this, digitizing something that you already have to make sure that, you know, you're honoring all the work that your parents have done or your friends have done, is a good idea. And for Halloween especially, because there's so much to photograph: the costumes, the family, the friends, trick-or-treating, the carving of the pumpkins, like everything that you guys want to do, you could take pictures of those. And all the years prior, you've accumulated your costumes from all the other years. I remember thinking about all the costumes that I've ever had, and my family used to just sew our own costumes. So I was a Hershey Kiss one year, thanks to my Nana, and I have this wonderful picture of me as a Hershey Kiss, but it's an original and it's framed downstairs, and I don't have a digital copy, and if anything happened to that original, I would be really upset. So I think that's really where Not Forgotten comes into play, is that we're protecting your memories, we're making sure that, you know, you're not forgotten, your memories are not forgotten, and your experiences are not forgotten. And putting it into something like this where the technology is designed to be future-proof, and the storage is future-proof, and the access is future-proof. I mean, no matter what happens to us on a business end, because we have the library certification and the trust fund, it's an indestructible business structure, and things will keep going and the cycle will keep running. And even if we fail as a company, the trust fund's in place just to keep, to ensure the survival of our clients' files and all of their data that matters to them. And that's different between, a Dropbox or a Facebook or anything like that. No matter what happens to us on the business end, it'll always be there. You think about things like MySpace that went down and all your pictures just disappeared with it. Once you put things on the internet, it's kind of gone, it's out of your hands, and we are really proud of the fact that we have decentralized storage. So you own your files, we're just archiving them for you, saving them, protecting them, and making sure that you can access them when you want to. And that's really that. Now, when you buy our products on Amazon, they come in this navy envelope. So I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing right now, just so you know what you're buying when you do get it. And it comes with this brochure. Now, I think the brochure is a must-have, especially if you're gifting this to someone who's maybe not so great at tech, or just someone who has never really thought to do a time capsule. Time capsules are completely different to some people, so it's a great way to kind of show why someone would do it and the various ways in which you can do it. So our book breaks it down into who we are, how it works, customer stories, get inspired, privacy policy, frequently asked questions, and contact us. So everything that you need to know about your memory boxes will be there. And you can really see why people chose to do it. So there's a lot of different pages that illustrate people's separate reasonings for getting involved in Not Forgotten, and why they've done it. I'm going to read this little paragraph because someone says, "Why Not Forgotten?" To Heather, 70 years old, from South Africa. She said, "I have not been in particularly good health, but I kind of accept it. It's one of those things. So I'm pleased that I have created my Not Forgotten video so that I can add it to my genealogy source files and know that it will be there for hundreds of years. Their archive solution is really impressive." Another one, Carrie. "My sister gave me a Not Forgotten gift kit for my birthday. She told me I should do my video time capsule now while I still look youngish. I think she was being sarcastic, but I don't care because on balance, that's probably how I would prefer to be remembered." Remember, guys, like when you do videos in a Not Forgotten time capsule, you'll be remembered at that age. You will be telling your story at that age, which is really incredible. So it's not like you're just, "Oh yeah, when I was 20 years old, I went and, this happened to me." You're actually sitting in front of the camera. Let's say you're 20 years old, you're making a time capsule, and you'll be able to take out this video, and it's high definition, high quality, as fresh as the day it's been filmed, and you'll be able to really revolutionize the way that you tell stories. There's a whole other layer to it, and give them an insight on who you were as a person, and all of that. So that's great. Then we have this Not Forgotten family tree. Sorry, guys. I'm dying through this one. But it's on archival paper, so it'll be around for a lot longer. I think it's a great thing to do with your family and your friends, because you can kind of, just your family, because you can fill it out and you could say, "Oh, we haven't gotten grandma a gift yet. Let's get her a time capsule." So you can kind of see who in your family has made a time capsule and who hasn't, and start building your Not Forgotten family tree, which is always very important. Then we give you a certificate of asset contribution. It certifies that you've created a time capsule and tells you exactly where to find it. Also says that our trust fund is taking care of it and that we are ensuring that your legacy is passed on from generation to generation. Then we have this. It goes into your will. It's index size. It's pretty much the same thing. Certifies that you've made a video, and it also says where to find it at the bottom, which is how you locate it, and you search your name on the genealogy records or on the WorldCat library records. And then you have the gift card, which obviously if you're giving this to someone, it's really important that you get this gift card. Scratch off the license code and enjoy. Start creating your time capsule online. So that is what you'll be getting if you order it on Amazon right now. And we have, the Prime services, so you'll be getting it very quick. And when you're doing your Halloween memory box, remember to include photos from last year, from the years prior, if you want to make an older memory box. I know that I'm doing before COVID, after COVID, so BC and AC, but I do, all the Halloweens that we had before the pandemic halted everything. And then after, your new traditions. And now that you have, you know, the phone, you'll be able to take videos and pictures and accumulate more content than you would have back in 2004, for example. So I'm sure that you can take all the photos and videos that you, or the photos that you already have from those Halloweens, and put them into a memory box, and then just buy a different one if you want to add more. Very, very easy to do. Now I'm going to show you guys quickly an Imagine video before I show you how easy it is to find on the WorldCat, so you know how to pull it up. Alright guys, so I'm here right now going to show you how easy it is to find your memory box once you create it. So you would go on Google and you would type in WorldCat. Now on the WorldCat, it's the world's largest library catalog, which I've said, and it has services in more than 10,000 libraries worldwide. So all you would have to do is type your first and last name and then the company name not forgotten. Of course, all of this is on all of your things that you get from us, and you'll know how to do it. Then I just want to show you an example too of the personalized library record. Now this is my grandma's time capsule. Because it's public, we can view it. Now you guys, the memory box, just like all of our other products, you can make it public or private for people to view in the future. If you click view online, you can see it. You can see the basic library, the personalized library records. So the basic library records are the ones without the pictures, and personalized is the self-portrait one. So this is my grandma's. She looks great. We love this. And this is a great picture of her. And then at the bottom of it, you see all of the item description and everything that you need to know about this. Now, this is an example of one of our premium time capsules called the In-Home Concierge. So this is just an example of how easy it is to navigate and like find it. But this is actually a 30-minute video that my grandma has done that I'll have for 300 years. So the whole thing is time-stamped and transcribed, which is great. And then, of course, it takes you into the video. Wonderful. But the point of me showing you this is just how easy it is to find. So same exact thing. If you're making a memory box, it would be your first and last name, not forgotten. It comes up. Your memory box gets a personalized library record, so it'll look just like this. And then you'll click view online. If it is public, you'll be able to look at it. If it's private, you'll need a password. So obviously, if it's yours, you should know the password. And then it's going to be, you know, here, and you'll have all of your files and everything that you've dragged and dropped and downloaded. Now, creating a memory box is very, very easy, guys. You just drag and drop it. So if you can upload a photo on Facebook or upload a photo on Instagram, you can create a memory box. It's very, very simple to do, and it's there. And then you have access, again, it's decentralized storage, democratized storage as well. So it's really your files. We're just saving them for you and making sure that they're in high quality for whenever you want to view them. So when you open up a video that you included from Halloween, it's not glitchy and you could hear it, and it's great quality and it's right there for you to enjoy. Same thing goes with photos, voicemails, sound recordings, music, anything that you want to drag and drop in there. It will be protected by data rot and format rot. It won't be subject to technology obsolescence. You won't have to worry about privacy and all these things. So it's in the library, and for a long time, for most of our lives, libraries have been the most secure place to store anything. So this is just your own personal library, and you can put in whatever you want to. So just showing you how easy it is to find it, because it is one of our premium products, and that means it's cataloged on the WorldCat. Yeah, so that is how easy it is, and that's what we were talking about today when we talk about the memory box. And I think the memory box is a wonderful, wonderful product for you if you're looking for something to hold all of your photos and videos that you've accumulated over the years, and then you also want to add to it. You could just buy it in their memory box because it's $449 for 150 years. And that, I am not good at math, but let's try this out. That's $299 per year. Obviously, you're not going to live 150 years. I don't think so. But it's a lot cheaper than getting like a subscription, and you don't have to pay subscriptions, just one-time payment. And then you've also you have it sorted out for your relatives and your kids and your grandkids. Whoever wants to look at it, they can, no matter where they are in the world, no matter what they're using technology-wise. They can access it, and if Not Forgotten goes under and people find a time capsule, they can just go to our trust, and our trust fund will give it to them. So yeah, it's very, very user-friendly. It's really easy. It's grandma approved, and it's definitely worth doing if you have a lot of precious photos and content like I do, like this one. This, for me, is just the epitome of why I do what I do and why I believe in this product so much, because we're giving you guys a completely new way to store and save your memories and also access them whenever you want to. So really amazing product for you guys. Now I'm going to show you, I already showed you the Imagine video and the Memory Box video, but there is a lot of other things, because the Memory Box is 20 hours of video or 7,000 to 10,000 photos, or a combination of both. But if you want to put a video in there, you can do that. So you can still do the 30-minute video that a lot of our time capsules center on, which is like setting up your camera and talking into it, saying, you know, I'm Elyse, this is what I currently think, this is what I feel, this is what the world's going through, I'm excited for the future because of this. You know, doing those self-reflection questions, if you guys want to do those, you still can. You can put it in the memory box, and, you know, you do 30 minutes of self-reflection, or you can say, you know, get real with it. I want to be real. I want to say, you know, for me, this is the first Halloween since COVID, and a lot has changed since then. And it's going to be really interesting to see everyone out and about, and if masks are going to be incorporated into their costumes. And we're living through, you know, a pivotal point in history, and I think that it should be recorded, it should be archived, and it should be, in a way, celebrated. You know, we've come so far, and if you guys want to sit down and look into the phone and talk to it for 30 minutes, reflect, you can do that. And then when you put it into your memory box, you still have 19 and a half hours of video left, or, you know, way more photos left. So there's enough space to do everything that you want to, and that's why the memory box is my favorite product, especially for holidays and events and birthdays and things like that, because you take so many photos and so many pieces of media, and you don't know how to store them, you don't know what to do with them, and putting them in a memory box is the way to go. So I'm going to show you an example of why someone's done a Not Forgotten time capsule, and then we are wrapping up.
I've lived most of my life in Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe, and we spent nearly 10 years in Livingstone in Zambia, which was absolutely wonderful, near the Victoria Falls. My dad was a crazy fisherman, and we had a wonderful life there. I went to university at Rhodes in South Africa for 2 years, didn't do anything much there except learn how to play bridge. And one thing that I do recall which was very special, we were so passionate about our country. But as I say, all came to an end. Remember petrol queues and shortages. And then we decided, no, we had to move to South Africa. I think one of the very tough things that happened in our life was when Jerry, my husband, left the family. And as I say, we've been separated for 30 years. We're still married, which is kind of crazy. But we sort of got through it, and he's moving into the flatlet in this house. So it's all quite odd, and everyone thinks it's quite strange, but it suits both of us, and we'll have entirely our own lives and do our own thing, but we'll be able to sort of look out for one another. Well, one of my great hobbies and interests is genealogy. So I've actually researched my lineage fairly extensively. So on my father's side, his family came out with the 1820 settlers to South Africa. On my mother's side, her mother was Scottish. My proudest accomplishments were the family tree books that I put together, and I printed them and published them myself and marketed them. And to see a book in your hand with your name on it is fantastic. It's wonderful. And I've carried on doing that, and I've got involved in all sorts of things, heraldry and family tree charts, and I've done work for various people. I'd just like to read this quote, which I find very meaningful, and it was of the words of Colonel Ernest Gain, who was my daughter's paternal great-grandfather. A people which takes no pride in the noble achievements of remote ancestors will never achieve anything worthy to be remembered with pride by remote descendants.
Okay, so that was Heather opening up about why she's done a Not Forgotten video, which is really cool. I actually just read her quote in the brochure. And yeah, I hope that this gave you guys, an idea of what we're working with today, what you'll be getting when you buy it on Amazon, which is this, navy with the gold and everything we talked about. And then also, even in the video of Heather, she's taking out some family books and going through them, which is what I've done with you guys, and illustrating, how this is something that a lot of people can relate to. A lot of people have wedding albums and photo albums of Halloween and all these events that they got together with their friends and family, and they had really amazing, times, and they made great memories. If you guys have documentation of that and you want a safe place to store it, that's why I'm suggesting the memory box. So for Halloween, that's what we're talking about today. It's $449 on Amazon. Right now, you can get it on Amazon Prime, so if you want to order it, hopefully it'll be there before the 31st, but yeah, we'll see. So thank you again so much for joining in today, and we will